So you say you want to shop without a pre-approval letter? Well, it also might lead you to some financial ruin. Stick with me and I'll show you how.
And orangutans, and breakfast cereals, and fruit bats, and yards.
Never bit, brother.
Words.
Yeah. It's a big one.
Hey everybody, Mike Evans with Blue Root Properties, brokered with eXp Realty, and welcome to another Contract Corner, where we like to talk about things that could make you go, with a contract, and also could cost you a whole bunch. So today's topic, we're going to talk about financing. In the state of Washington, our contracts for purchase and sale of a home are very buyer friendly. Pretty much everything that's added to the Form 21, the purchase and sale agreement, is an addendum or a contingency that allows the buyer a period of time under this contingency, that contingency, another contingency, to be able to back out and still keep their earnest money. The financing addendum or financing contingency is just another form that again protects the buyer. So let's dive in a little bit closer to 22A, which is our financing addendum. And this is the form that a buyer is going to use to signal to the seller how they intend to secure financing to be able to pay for the purchase price of the home that they're offering on Form 21, which we have talked about many times. So on this, in section 1A, it talks about the type of loan. This buyer feels like they are going to be able to get pre-approved or get approved for a conventional first, and they think they're going to be able to put 20% down. The other part of this is this sentence here that basically says the buyer is going to make an application for the loan and pay any fees associated with it within X number of days. Well, that X number of days is typically 5. And actually, it's usually a moot point, because if you have a pre-approval letter, that timeline shouldn't make any difference. But if a buyer thinks, well, I haven't shopped around for a lender, I'd like to take my time, I want to extend that more than 5 days, then that's going to signal to the seller that this buyer is not ready. And it would be a big red flag if you're asking for 7, 8, 10 days. So let's say you decide that you're going to go with ABC financing because you have your only 5 days. You found them real quick through the yellow pages. You know, my millennials may not know what that is, but, you let your fingers do the walking. And, in 5 days, you find ABC financing and they say, yeah, we can give you a loan with this rate and this, these discount points to be able to secure that loan. And we can close in, 35, 40 days. And you go, fantastic, I'm going to take it. But let's say you find later X, Y, and Z financing. And they say you can get that, they can get you that loan for a lower rate, less closing costs, and they can close even faster. And you say, well, that sounds like a great idea. I'm going to go with them. Well, hold on a second. That could be a very bad scenario for you, because there is a big subsection of which everybody should be familiar with. And this is why you have a relationship with a lender before you start shopping. According to our 22A, section 1B, there is that section here talks about waiver of financing contingency, and that's in bold. So you might want to know about this section. There are actually 3 ways in which a buyer could inadvertently or maybe even intentionally waive their financing. First way to do it is to fail to make an application for the loan that they're asking for within the specified time that we said in section 1A. So if you liked A, B, and C financing initially and you're about to go forward with it, then you say, I found X, Y, and Z. 5 days later, and it's on the 6th day, and you finally put your application in, you've waived your financing contingency. And next one, changes the type of loan at any time without seller's prior written consent. So if you are with A, B, and C, and they say, we can do it as a conventional, but then XYZ says, hey, I can save you money, let's do it as an FHA, and you don't have to put as much money down, and you switch it without the seller's written consent to be able to do so, then you've waived your financing contingency. Last one, changes the lender without seller's prior written consent after the agreed upon time to apply for financing expires. So again, after 5 days, you decide you went from ABC financing to X, Y, and Z financing, and you didn't notify the seller, and the seller didn't give you permission to do so. You have waived your financing contingency. You're like, please, 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 maybe the appraisal won't come in good. Well, that doesn't matter either, because down here, you not only have waived your financing contingency, but it also goes hand in hand, you've waived the appraisal contingency. Ouch! So even if the house praises for less than what you have offered, you are going to lose your earnest money. And you could still get sued by the seller for specific performance to basically force you to purchase the home. So the takeaway in all of this, I hope, is that much like a trusted real estate professional you need to have in your corner, you also need to have a trusted lender prior to going out and shopping. Well, I hope this was helpful to you. And by all means, if you have any questions about the real estate market, thinking about buying or selling out here in our beautiful state of Washington, by all means, give me a call, text me, email me. I'd love to help you out. And I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks.